Well, the first thing is that there are elements of it that are compulsory. So the Tanner missions, the missions where you're playing the part of Tanner, or you're back inside Tanner and back in the yellow Challenger, Dodge Challenger, and they progress the story. They're compulsory missions, and those story missions are unlocked by completing the other missions, the city missions, which involve Tanner helping people, or if he takes on someone's crusade against someone like a car salesman or a driving instructor. But some of those missions involve people who are connected to the story as well, and so you meet a character who's working for Jericho, and you get involved in the chase, and you don't know who this character is at first, but you notice he's related to Jericho and he's involved with him in some way. So Tanner has an investigation board in his head, which is the progression of the investigation, and we keep returning to this board and adding characters when they're relevant, and then forming the links between Jericho and these characters, or discarding them if they're no longer relevant, or or they've been arrested or whatever. And then also on the top of that board is the progression of the story, the key events that are happening in this story as they happen. Well, remember that the investigation board, first of all, is what helps you piece together the investigation itself. The other thing is that investigation board is available at any time from the pause menu. So if you want to remind yourself what's going on, or say you've been spending an hour playing in races and posting times on the leaderboards, online leaderboards to try and beat your friends, and you say, okay, right, now I want to come back and play the story again, you can click on that thing there and get a recap on what's going on in the story. No, well, there's a few things. First of all, shooting is precluded because of the car. We wanted, absolutely adamant at the beginning, we wanted real licensed cars, and the reason for that is the game is based on real Hollywood car chase movies, and we wanted those actual cars that people have seen in that film car chase or TV car chase, and to be able to actually play in that car. So it gives you an enhanced feeling of immersion and being in the car chase. Or in an interpretation of a Hollywood car chase. The other thing is that shift also negates to a certain extent the need to get out of the car, certainly in terms of swapping cars or acquiring a mission or whatever. In fact, it's a much more fluid and quick way of doing that. And the other thing is about focus for the team, because the idea was really to get Driver to be back to its roots in terms of how it felt, and that what made Driver unique, the original first Driver, what made it so unique, and try and recapture that feel, which I really believe we have done, especially with the feeling of fluidity of the cars, the handling of the cars. And to do that, you have to just be very careful about what you focus on, and we've focused entirely on that. And Driver, it's called Driver, it's about driving, and we wanted to really focus on the driving this time around.